Hi friends. Today we're going to do the second part of our investigation number 1, soil composition. Hopefully you all were able to shake up each vial and let it sit overnight. Today we're going to be observing the contents in each vial. Before we do that though, I would like you to go to your Earth Science Journal and go to that first page that says Soil Observations. Turn the page over. You should see a blank sheet of paper. Now, on that blank sheet of paper, I want you to write the following definitions. Now, after your soil investigation day 1 page in your investigations part of your journal, you're going to flip to the blank page. You're going to write the following on the page to remind you of what you learned in yesterday's investigation. Vocabulary. You're going to write soil, a mixture of different sized rocks, water, air, and humus. Earth materials, rocks, water, and air. Humus, tiny pieces of decayed plant and animal remains. Provides nutrients to help plants grow and helps soil retain water. If you need to pause the video so that you can get these copied down, please do so right now. Now, using your hand lens, you're going to observe what you see in each one of the vials. Yesterday, you should have labeled each vial, filled it with water, shaken it up, and left it overnight. So, on the next page of your investigations journal, you'll see a page with 4 blank vials. You are going to, as a scientist, make a detailed drawing of what you see in each vial. Use your hand lens to get up real close. Now, if you look at the top, you will see that each vial is showing you layers. What are those black pieces floating at the top? That is the humus, or plant and animal remains. It's the lightest and is floating on the top. You will notice at the very bottom are the harder or larger rocks or pebbles. They're at the bottom because they're the heaviest. Make sure that in your drawings, you are making a detailed description of each layer. And I'll show you that page right now. Here's the page where you will draw your observations. Remember, the more detailed your drawings, the better. Each vial should look different. Don't worry about the location part quite yet. We'll be talking about that on the next slide. For now, just pause the video and make sure that you're making a detailed drawing of each one of the vials. Okay, now that you've analyzed each of the soils, you're going to have to guess which location each soil is from. So you have to decide which soil is from which location. Each soil will be from one of the 4 locations. None of them will be repeated. Each soil will be from one of the locations. So you have to think to yourself, think of the contents of your soil. Is it from the mountains, which would be mostly gravel and pebbles, the desert, mostly gravel and sand, the forest, mostly humus, or the river delta, which is comprised of mostly clay? Take a guess and write down which location you think each soil is from. Pause the video so you can give yourself a chance to get each one written down. Now that you're done with your experiment and that you've taken really detailed observations of each of the vials, you need to dispose of each of the soils. Please do not pour the soil down the drain. It will cause problems with your sink and it might even clog it. So what I want you to do with each of the vials is take it to the trash can and just hit the vial on the side of the trash can until most of the sand and soil is in the trash. It's okay if you have a little bit of sand left over that you can rinse out in the sink, but the majority of your soil should be in the garbage, or if you want to put it outside, that's fine too. But the majority of your soil should not go down the drain. Make sure that each of the vials is cleaned out because you'll be returning them to school. You will also need 1 vial for the next experiment that you'll be doing. So just to recap, you should not be putting your soil down the drain. You should be putting it in a trash can or outside. If there's just a little bit of soil left over and you need to rinse it out in the sink to clear it, that's okay. But most of the soil should be in the garbage can or outside. Thank you.